Goku versus Glorio. Glorio working for a Rinsu. Kai's come from trees. This and more in the latest Dragon Ball Daima Episode 6 recap. But before we get into it, make sure to like and subscribe for more Dragon Ball content. We continue from last time's episode as the Goku and the gang crash because there's too much weight on their plane, which causes their engine to blow out. When they land, Pansy looks over the plane and says it'll just take her a few hours to fix it, but she's got this. While in the meantime, she asks Kai, why does Goku call him a Supreme Kai? Goku tells her it's because Kai is basically a god and there's many people like him. Basically, all the lines are all like him, but Kai is the strongest one there, which kind of makes him blush. Goku continues to call Glorio by the wrong name, which is starting to annoy him. And Glorio's like, yo, I feel like at this point you're just doing it just to do this. But Goku says, no, I don't. It's just, I keep getting confused. But Glorio's like, okay, whatever. What do you want? And Goku says, I have to poop. Like, come on, Goku. It's like, yeah, you don't need to tell people this. But anyway, Pansy is super annoyed because, yo, we just left. Why didn't you go poop at the castle? And Goku's like, well, it just kind of happens. I just had to go. So eventually, we get a little funny moment between the two of them, and him asking her for toilet paper, and she launches it at him and crushes him in his face. But as he walks away, at that moment, a bunch of Goma's guards in their ship fly down and kind of notice Glorio, Pansy, and Kai, and they land to them and say, basically asking them why are they there. It's a bit suspicious. And then they ask them where they're from. Glorio says he's from Demon World 1. Supreme Kai says he's from Demon World 2. And of course, Pansy says she's from 3. The guards are a bit like curious because, again, why are all these people from different Demon Worlds hanging out? Kai basically tells them that Pansy is flying them around and that him and Glorio are just thrill seekers and that they're friends. The guards kind of buy the lie from the two of them, like, well, from all of them, and say, well, we're looking for a guy with a red pole and black hair, basically calling out what Goku looks like. It says he is worth 10 gold, and if they notice anything, to give them a call. And as they fly away, Goku is finally done with his business. It is like, okay, we're good to go. And basically, Kai asks him, like, yo, you should probably pull your hair down so they can't notice you. But Goku says, I can't because my hair is too resilient. Again, Saiyans are strong and so is their hair. Kind of makes sense. As they reboard the ship and start flying and continuing their journey, Pansy then asks Kai, is it true that all lines come from trees? And Kai tells her it is true, which is a very interesting fact. Hilariously, Goku asks him if he's a plant, and Kai kind of just ignores the question. But we also find out that Kais are born every few centuries, and it comes from at least 5 different trees. And if a Kai is born from the same tree, they're basically siblings. So we find out that both Degasu, his younger brother, and his older sister Arinsu are born from the same tree as them. Pansy then asks, why are like Degasu and Arinsu a bit different than him? Apparently, when Degasu was in the outer world, he didn't get along with all the other Glyns, and they said he was too ambitious. So that would explain why he went back to the demon world. And Arinsu apparently has always been a mad scientist, and she always found the demon world to be way more exciting than the outer world. So she went to the demon world. Goku basically says it's a bit crazy that his siblings are like this. Then we get a moment where a lot of people were kind of speculating Glorio's hiding secrets. When Goku comments on Arinsu, Glorio kind of clenches his eyes a little bit and focuses, kind of showing us that there must be something lurking that we don't know yet. So they eventually continue flying around. We find out that the demon world has 2 suns because Goku comments on, yo, it's supposed to be nighttime, but it's still pretty bright out, but it's because they have 2 suns. Pansy goes to Glorio asking him, hey, do you want me to take over? I know you're probably getting tired. Glorio says, no, it's fine. They decide to actually kind of set the plane, take a break, go hide in a cave. Pansy, I feel bad for her because she's upset because there's no showers. She's like, I need to bathe. Goku, on the other hand, because again, Goku's just a dirtball. We're finding out because I forgot. Whenever he was pooping, he didn't wash his hands. I mean, I guess there was no way for him to. There was no sink. But again, Goku mentions it's okay. I go days without. Like he basically says he skips showers all the time. And Pansies, of course, just calls him a dirtball. And it's kind of true that Goku is truly a dirtball. As they sit around the fire, eating and resting, Pansy then asks, is it true that Gloria is from Demon World 1? He tells her it's true and that he was basically hired by someone. which is very rare. Doesn't happen often for Majins from Demon World 3. She then asks him who hired him to do this task to like retrieve Goku to try and stop Goma. He tells her it doesn't really matter. And as they sit there, Kai then eventually asks him, "Why do you want to stop Goma?" And Glorio basically says it's because he's an evil person. I don't need no other reason. Kai then mentions that that's kind of different, like to have like a idea of justice for a Majin is not very common. And Glorio basically says, "Yeah." As they all decide to like finally put their heads down and go to rest, Glorio then sneaks off and makes a call, confirming what a lot of people who've been watching Daima have said. Glorio is up to no good, and we find out that he is on the phone with Dr. Orinsu, who is basically asking him how's everything going, and he tells her it's going good. And she tells him, okay, give her a call if the plan goes sideways, and to keep her on a daily touch, like telling her what's going on. Keep giving her updates, basically. As Glorio gets off the phone and tries to sneak back, we find out that Supreme Kai was actually up this whole time. So, because basically, we all knew, like, ever since episode, like, 2, whenever Kai kind of saw Glorio, he was always suspicious of him. He always knew that this dude was up to no good. There's something he's keeping from them. And we basically find out it's true. He's working for Dr. Arinsu. And we'll find out what they're up to. But they end up eventually both falling asleep. But then they are soon awakened by a loud step and a very pungent smell. And funny enough, Supreme Kai goes over to Goku and sniffs him. He gives him the big old sniff. And he's like, okay, it's not Goku. It's got to be something else. Which is just hilarious because I'm like, yo, I mean, we all know that Goku's a dirtball, but I guess he must reek. But it turns out it's a Minotaur who's been living in the cave. And at first, like, Pansy's freaking out because, like, again, it's a giant Minotaur who's like threatening to eat them for breakfast. But basically, Goku hilariously, he's like, "Oh, it's just a cow." And Minotaur freaks out. He's like, "I'm clearly not a cow." He tells him what his name is. He's like, "I'm a Minotaur," which is again funny moment with Goku. He says, "Oh, that's a pretty cool name." Minotaur at first is like, "Oh, thank you very much." And he's like, "Wait a second, I'm still gonna eat you." Funny enough, like he's like getting mad but being blushy and all that type of stuff. Then Glorio's like, "Okay, guys, I got this." He tells the Minotaur. He does the typical go outside. He's like, "I'll meet you outside. You gonna get these hands." And then out of nowhere, yo, because this is like the every episode keeps getting really good. It gets really good. But episode 6, man, this is the moment I was waiting for. I've been asking for this, and I finally got what I wanted. Goku basically tells Gloria, he's like, "Hey, bro, I got this. I don't think you're strong enough to do this." And Glorio is offended. He's like, yo, he calls Goku arrogant. He tells him, "Bro, you must not know who I am." He was like, "You're not really that much. Do you really think you're that much stronger than me?" And Goku was straight up confidence, not even being mean. He was just like, basically, yeah, yeah. Like he thought so. He did not think Glorio was even close to his level. And Glorio's offended. He says, "Okay, take it outside." Like, in the meantime, the Minotaur's like confused, like, "Yo, I thought this was about me, but you guys are about to fight and scrap to see who takes me out." But so they go outside. And again, Glorio's offended because he's like, he understands Goku is very strong because he was able to beat Majin Buu, but Goku's no longer an adult. He's turned to a kid. But to Goku, that does not matter. They begin to get ready to fight, and Goku's like, "Okay, I'm gonna put one arm behind my back." Like, that's how unserious Goku is about this situation. So, again, you could tell Glorio's annoyed, and he's ready to go. So then they begin fighting, and oh my god, the animation for Daima's already peaked. It's already beautiful, very crisp, very demure. But yo, for this fight, bro, they went another notch. It was over 9,000 level animation, bro. This fight between Glorio and Goku was straight up hands, bro. You see, like Glorio's actually pushing Goku back a little bit and actually kind of giving him some stuff, like you know what I mean. And he's showing Goku that he's stronger than Goku actually thought he was. Eventually, like Glorio kind of pushes him back. Goku's like kind of jumps back, and he's like, "Oh, okay, Glorio, you're a little bit nice with it, a little bit nice with it." So then we get to like as Goku's in the air while he's doing this. Supreme Kai looks at Goku and is like, "Hey, Goku, put the paws on him." Because he wants to see how strong Glorio really is. Because again, Glorio did a lot better. I mean, Glorio already did better than every other person who has fought Goku in the Demon World. But so Goku's like, okay, word, bet, I got you. Pulls out the power pole, bro. I know I got a power pole somewhere around here, a little one. But he pulls out the power pole and proceeds to go get ready to charge at Glorio. But then Glorio, bro, he raises his hand, and bro, he has lightning magic. Like he has lightning magic, and he tries to zap Goku, but Goku is too fast. He dodged it. Again, admiring Glorio's strength and beginning to take him serious. So Goku starts charging Glorio. And while Goku is charging him, Glorio is like shooting all this electrical beams at him. And it looks really cool. Again, this animation for this fight is intense. And it just kind of makes me super geek because all the fights that are going to be more hyped than this, what are they going to look like? Because again, this fight looks that good. But anyway, Goku's like dodging, he's ducking and diving. All these electricity beams are missing him. And he gets upon the Glorio and he whacks him right in the core. And bro, you could tell Glorio felt that his face kind of his eyes went all white. He's like, oh. Again, Goku was done playing. So he sends Glorio flying. Glorio gets up and he's obviously annoyed. He again raises his hand. This time, instead of shooting electricity, he kind of turns the beams into a whip. And he kind of smacks the power pole away from Goku. Again, Goku's impressed. Glorio's a lot stronger than he actually thought he was. And while that happens, Glorio he pushes out his arm and he gets ready to charge a beam. We actually didn't get no name for it. Funny enough, you normally get a name for these type of things. But Glorio starts charging with a beam, and again, Goku's impressed. He's like, "Okay, Glorio, I see you're not some mincemeat. You're not as weak as Raditz. You're actually kind of a challenge." So Goku in this moment, I mean, we've seen it a little bit in the episode before where he kind of teased Super Saiyan. But no, Goku this time full-blown goes Super Saiyan, scaring everyone. The Minotaur's freaking out. Pansy's like, oh my god, what is this? And Glorio, even though he's in the middle of charging attack, he notices this. He's like, yo, he's a bit shocked. But after Goku fully transforms to Super Saiyan, Glorio he releases the beam. He releases the charge and shoots the beam at it. It's kind of looks almost like the special beam cannon just without the swirls around it. But it looks cool. Again, the animation is very dope. But he shoots it at Goku. Goku, with full-on confidence, does not move. Just reaches out his hand and basically displays the beam. Like the beam just disperses, or you know what I'm trying to say. It does not beam him. It does not beam him like it was supposed to, and it just does not work. Goku is too strong. And of course, Glorio's like, yo, that was not supposed to happen. And then Goku, in an instant, basically teleports behind Glorio, puts his hand on his back, and he's like, hey, looks like I won. And Glorio admits defeat. Again, Goku humbles him. But again, Glorio's showing that he's not no chump. He's he's got these hands. He can fight for real. But he's just not on Goku's level. But anyway, they kind of talk about they meet up with the rest of the group. They start Pansy kind of gassing Goku up about, yo, what is Super Saiyan? And while they're doing that, the Minotaur tries to sneak away because again, he realizes he don't stand a chance. He would be breakfast if he tried to fight them. But Goku notices and hey, basically mentioned don't you still want to fight the Minotaur being a chump? He's like, oh, I actually remembered I had a really big meal last night. I'm really full. And while he says that, his stomach growls, showing yo, bro, you capping. You just know you can't handle Goku. And he just runs off. He goes deep into the cave. And it's just again, it's a funny moment. And as that happens, Goku, Glorio, Pansy, and Kai proceed to get back on the ship and continue the journey. Of course, Goku quickly is like, yo, guys, I gotta go poop again. And then Pansy upset. Then we transition to Vegeta, Kibito, Piccolo, Bulma, and Mr. Popo. Vegeta, in the meantime, is training. He's just hitting the weights. I've seen a lot of people on Facebook yo, why isn't Vegeta just using the hyperbolic time chamber? It's because he's ready to go. Bulma might be done at any moment. It would make no sense for him to just go in there. He's ready to go. The moment she's done, they're flying off. That's the goal, and that's the plan. But while he's training, Kibito and Piccolo are just talking, kind of yo, these dudes just always training. Then Bulma comes out and she eventually says she's done. They're all geeked, they're ready to go. Kibito, Vegeta, Piccolo all board their play, and Piccolo mentions that it's really cramped. But as they start flying up, the plane starts kind of starts floating a little bit. But then I know we start hearing a beeping noise, like kind of like an alarm system, and then I know where it crashes back down. And we end the episode with like a very shocked face from Bulma because again, she's not used to this type of stuff. Bulma's a super genius. Like, but that's how we end episode 6 of Dragon Ball Daima Lightning. Again, this episode, oh, so good. I mean, I know I've been gassing up Daima like every episode. I'm like, it's always 10 out of 10. This episode was 9,000 out of 10 because again, that fight between Glorio and Goku was epic. Like, I mean, of course, we knew that Goku was going to win it. I mean, it's Goku. It's Dragon Ball is always going to be the MC is Goku for real. He's always going to win it eventually. But Glorio did way better than I was expecting him to do against Goku. And again, that animation was oh so crisp, so nice. And we get confirmation that Glorio is working for Dr. Arinsu. Kind of, I had the feeling. I always had an idea that he was a little fishy. He's very cool, but he's fishy. But you tell me, what did you think of episode 6 of Dragon Ball Daima? Did you watch the fight? Because I hope you did. Tell me in the comments, and then I'll see you guys next time. Peace.